The Dan Townley Breakfast Show. Weekdays 8 till 10 on 6 Towns Radio.
Yes, it is the Dan Townley Breakfast Show on 6TR. And joining me right now on the phone is Honey G. Honey G, welcome to the Dan Townley Breakfast Show.
Hey Dan, how you doing?
I'm all right, thank you very much. As I said just as you went to phone, I'm so sorry for getting you up this early. I'm so sorry. Always apologise. But thank you very much for joining me. How are you doing? You've just come off holiday, is that right?
I'm really good. Yeah, I'm really good. No, I just had a few a very short break away actually. I'm about to pop to Italy for a few days before I go on tour. So I'm going to be quite busy over the next couple of months.
So it's taking time to kind of unwind, relax, chill out. That's what we're doing.
Definitely. Got loads going on.
You are going to go out, so we're going to talk about that in a short while. But we do need to talk about the X Factor. Obviously, that's where everything kind of exploded for you in terms of your music career.
Most definitely, yeah.
What was your decision behind going on the X Factor? Obviously, we kind of you mentioned before in previous interviews, and when you were on X Factor as well, that rap and hip hop isn't really represented on a show like the X Factor. What made you kind of take that decision to be that person?
Sure. One of the reasons why I entered X Factor was because my grandmother died a few years ago, and one of the last things she said before she died was that she wanted me to pursue a career in music. And I kind of thought then, back then was the right time for me to really, try to pursue a real career in music. At the time, I was struggling to get my own management, get gigs and stuff like that. And I thought to myself, well, maybe now's the right time to enter, and I kind of, I just felt I was sort of doing my grandmother justice with that one.
You when it came to the interview, because obviously I think it's kind of widely known now that the X Factor, you've got a load of pre-auditions before you're in front of the judges. Did you get an idea during that stage that you would end up on the television in the actual
No
TV
idea.
rounds?
Absolutely no idea at all. In fact, I didn't even know that if I was going to get through that very first audition, because I actually had to do 3 auditions before the actual room audition with the judges, and I had no idea I was even going to get past the first stage. So it was incredible for me, and I obviously I never knew I was going to end up coming 5th in the whole competition. So it was just a godsend to me.
Obviously, you said you ended up 5th again. It's the furthest a kind of a music act that does rap or hip hop has ever gone on the X Factor.
Yeah.
When your first audition did go out, obviously not everybody was as accepting as you would like to, and I think it got branded around that you were one of the comedy acts on this year's show. Did at any one point when you saw that from your audition, did you ever think, you know what, I don't want this?
I never thought, I obviously, I had no idea that, the haters would just get popping. Do you know what I mean? I had no idea that, the haters would start popping. So, it was obviously, hard for me. It was obviously difficult to have, that backlash, and obviously it was very hurtful, and it was painful, to get, to know that there are haters out there. Who refer to me, as a joke, because, I've grown up around music the whole of my life. I've come from a musical family. I've got a degree in music. I was one of the first ever, types of music I ever listened to was blues and rock and roll when I was very, very young. And then obviously I progressed into the dance scene, and, I was clubbing from a very, very young age as well. I never thought this is it, I've had enough. I just thought, the people who are hating don't actually represent, the majority of the, British public. So, I just kind of got on with it really, and tried to focus on the positive things. Because there was a lot of positives as well.
Yeah, obviously a lot of positives came out of you on the X Factor, and one of those positives which you're kind of pushing on with now is you are promoting self-confidence and body confidence as well. Are you using those experiences from the X Factor in this campaign that you're kind of running? Obviously, we've all seen the pictures that were posted in the paper and online. Are you using that experience to go, look, it doesn't matter what people say about you, you have to be confident in yourself? Is that something you're using?
Yeah, I mean, I want to. I found, I found the shoot that I did with the Sun very, very liberating. It's not like I'm a size 4 or size 8 either. So I hoped that I could bring, give confidence to people that, don't have like a beach body, because, I didn't know if I knew anything about, being a sex symbol. So, I was very nervous about the shoot that I did, but it came out really, really well, and I'm actually really pleased that I did it.
So you said you kind of come out as a sex symbol from that. But was there any point? How did that conversation happen between yourself and the Sun of getting, obviously because it's you are known for your music, not for obviously you said yourself that you're taking your top off in the Sun, which is a massive step for you to go to. What was that original conversation about? How did that come about?
Well, what happened was the guy that organised the shoot, Dan Wootton, who's the editor of the Bizarre column in The Sun, I've actually known him since the very beginning of X Factor, and he's been a fan of mine since the very beginning of X Factor, and he's followed my journey. And I just felt more comfortable coming out that way with him. Because, I had other offers, for example, to do, celebrity first dates. Big Brother also wanted to meet me, which, I didn't want to do. I didn't want to go down the route of Big Brother and Jungle. I didn't want to do celebrity first dates because they wanted to talk about things, that I wanted to talk about. So obviously I confirmed that I wasn't going to be doing any of those shows, and that I mainly wanted to focus on my music and concentrate on my album and stuff like that. So I just felt more comfortable, coming out that way with Dan Wootton at The Sun.
Have you got any advice for people who obviously looking up to you now as a role model for this? Do you have any advice for people who are in a similar situation to you were?
Yeah, I just want to encourage people not to be afraid of who they are and stand up for what they believe in, and, be proud, of who they are and hold your head up high. It just goes to show that all different, people of different shapes and sizes can feel confident, with their body. So I want to encourage, people to, to feel confident about themselves.
And you obviously your confidence has kind of grown from the X Factor. You can see it's getting bigger and bigger. And now you're going on a UK tour.
Yeah, I'm just about to hit the road again. I'm doing a uni tour in September, and then I'm doing my headline tour in October at Manchester Academy and ULU Student Union, and I've just had my first international booking as well. I'm going to be going to Benidorm in October as well, so watch this space.
So you've obviously released a single as well. We're going to play that in a bit on the show. Have we got more music from Honey G in the pipeline? An album maybe?
Oh yeah, most definitely. I've already written a couple more tracks. I've been working with Grammy Award winner Liam Nolan from Metropolis Studios, who's mixing and mastering down some of my projects. I'm also being sponsored by Metropolis as well, so they're giving me free studio time. They're actually one of the world's most well-renowned recording studios as well. So, yeah, the album is definitely on the cards.
Is there any collaborations that you want in there, or you've already got that you can reveal to us?
No, not yet. I would love to collaborate with, some high-profile hip-hop, rap acts from the States. I'm actually getting quite a lot of airplay in the States right now for my new single, and yeah, so it's a really exciting time for me.
And we're definitely going to be looking out for any news. What's your social media so we can keep on top of that?
Well, my Twitter is the_honey_G. My Instagram is official_honey_G. And my Facebook is @the_honey_G. So keep on top of my social media for all my tour dates. Obviously, my latest single is now out, Hit You With The Honey G. You can catch that. You can download that on any online platforms. Basically, get downloading the new single.
We're going to be doing that, and we're going to be playing it right now. So over to you, Honey G. Please welcome your song onto the show, 60 Odd Breakfast. It's all yours.
Presenting Hit You With The Honey G, featuring Honey G and produced by Honey G. Right now, Hit You With The Honey G.
To the O